Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's call because it's going to be a lot of fun. And the topic itself is very interesting. And today it's going to be teen ka tarka, which is what do you mean by tarka? Because we like spicy food, we like a lot of masalas. So we have three CFs today, which is Shivam Saxena, who's from Mumbai, and Raashi Gulati, who's also from Mumbai. And hello कर दो सबको पता चल जाएगा because वैसे भी वीडियो सबके ऑन नहीं है तो आपको पता चल ही जाएगा they are CFs and we have no shame in showing our faces. You can judge us and give us cheat on our faces and we'll still take it and give it back to you. So anyway, the topic for today is reset with relationships, bodies, and psychic attacks. And we were having a discussion as to what topic could we talk on, and I was talking to Shivam, and she's like, "Okay, last couple of months were very heavy on us, okay, and me too, because I was going through a lot of health and a lot of attacks, psychic or otherwise, they were like really intense." And she's like, "Oh my, even I was having a lot of health issues." I was like, "Really? Okay." Then there was a sigh of relief that I was not alone. No, I didn't know that she was also going through it, but we're still not alone. So, but having said that, what was going on, and was it just the psychic attacks? Is it the relationships? And what impact does it have on our bodies? And what if we could be more aware rather than hiding behind and not showing up the way you are? Because normally, even before we started off with this call, Shivam was saying that we would just hide behind. It's like it's okay to not be seen because nazar lag jayegi. That's a very typical thing in India, that you'll get, and that is what psychic attack, right? When somebody looks at you and you don't feel good about it, and then you make yourself sick, and then you're like, "Oh, I went to that wedding, I ate something over there, and somebody was looking at my plate," and that kind of ruined your space. So what if you didn't have to ruin your relationships or your bodies because of psychic attacks? And first of all, what are psychic attacks? Let's get into the depths of that. So Shivam and Rashi, one by one, I just want you to talk about, what do you think? Do you think that psychic attacks can ruin your relationship? And when your relationship is getting ruined, would that also ruin your body? And just to bring it to your notice, Shivam is also the RDD facilitator. I'm a 3-day body class facilitator, and Rashi is in the process of becoming, yeah, the business one. Okay, she's also going to be doing something one more. Okay, sooner or later. So I forgot, my introductions are going to be like this only. So you get to know, it'll be unveiled as we proceed in the call. So and because Shivam is also attending the RDD facilitator call, so let's have a fresh perspective on relationships. So Shivam, what do you think? Do you think that we invite psychic attacks, or is it something that we are the ones who are creating? Because when we say we are the source of everything, including our bodies, our relationships that we're creating, what is it? And the
That,
same question to you, Rashi. Yeah.
yeah. Rashi, you want to go first?
No, you go. It's okay. Yeah, I know.
Still the baby CF in this group.
I
I'll take
always
that.
give people like, go first, you go first. Okay. The thing is, yeah, we are the creators of our life, and our body is the creator of itself. So it's like, psychic attacks, like, some of you may have attended Talk to the Entities class, or some of you have been in Access for a while. I've been this was my 10th certified facilitator training in Access.
Yeah.
And but one thing is, it's like in Access we keep saying it's to get to people to start really looking at that nothing happens to us. We are the creators of what's showing up. Now, having said that, most people also look at like, oh, is it like something that I'm choosing from this lifetime, or I'm choosing from before? But points of view have such a dramatic ability to get locked in our bodies. If you do have, or if people around you have points of views about psychic attacks, or I remember, like, I used to be, there was this famous thing in my family, that Shivam doesn't fall sick unless she's going through an emotional problem. which then I started buying it. Like, oh my God, like, especially like if I would have a breakup, or like, ghar mein, like, family is giving me problems. So I used to like, I always have this tendency to like soak it all in, don't tell it to anybody, and then like express it through my body by falling sick. Like, how many of us can actually relate to that? So
Oh, I want to be the victim in that relationship that
yeah,
nobody cares. So I need
yeah,
to fall sick. Maybe they will care,
yeah.
once I'm fallen
and
sick.
and so many times, like as a
Yeah.
kid, like, we fall sick because it's like that's the way to get attention from parents or something, or from our loved ones. But the thing is like with psychic attacks is like
But no, sorry, no, not sorry, but the whole thing is, I tried doing that, Shivam. Falling sick, the person just did not stay. He said, "Okay, when you're better, I'll come back." So
it
it
never
didn't.
works. It doesn't
It
work, and it's
did.
like it's such a
It doesn't
torture that
work.
we put through our body. um
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't. And and with psychic attack, it's like so many people, like before the call we started talking about it, as we do before we hit record, we start talking about it. But the thing is like there's a constant fear, like that's just there. No, and I used to think, oh, that's just an Indian thing. Then it's like I started facilitating classes in Middle East. Oh my God, it's
Evil
like
eye. Evil eye is
evil
what
eye,
they say,
no,
right?
voodoo and black magic
Voodoo.
is so
Yeah.
real. And it's
Yeah.
like and that's the thing, if you make it real, it's real.
It becomes real. Yeah.
And then it's like then you try to be like, oh, you know what, no, like, okay, like, I'm going to work on it and go for like what's true for me, instead of like making it real. But then you're living around people who constantly have this as a reality. Like, you're living around family members. Like I mean, I know, like पिछले 10 दिन से मेरी माँ, like, is always like, beta मेरे को तेरी नजर उतारने दे, नजर उतारने दे. But it's like we also live, and when we live around people who have these
Points of views,
yeah,
they
these
get
points of
locked
views,
up.
yeah, and
And I
then it's
want
like
to
a constant electromagnetic thing that is just playing, and then that starts having an impact on our bodies.
impact on us. No, in
Yeah.
fact, I'll tell you there's a friend of mine in London, and she has these electrodes thing. It's called bioresonance and all. And she's been checking people, or I mean, off late, a lot of people are coming to her, and she said people who've not taken the COVID vaccine, their bodies are also vibrating at the same level as the ones who have taken it, because everyone around you has taken it. So your body starts vibrate, creating that frequency with the people around you. So you're probably sucking it out or picking it up.
Yeah.
So if
And
that could be true, then obviously there are so many things that we're experiencing around us where we are locking up energetic points of views. Sometimes people don't need to even say it, but it is there, and you'll start locking it up.
our bodies are
And
in this constant
yeah,
communication with all of these energies. Like that's what, like, Kavita and I, we were talking about. It's like, okay, like what is this, like, and there were like so many energies with it. But it's like, truth, like how many infinite conversations is our body constantly in with energies
yeah,
around us or on
yeah.
the planet?
And Raashi knows about it. In fact, Raashi, you remember I used to talk to you about everything. Like the only thing that I could manage to sail through was bars and body processes. Oh my God! If thanks to these body processes, otherwise I would probably have, I was only getting dying thoughts. You just want to go away because you're like, my work is done. I've done it all. I need to go. And well, part of you doesn't want to go back, because were you really ready for going, you would have already gone. You wouldn't have waited. But the whole thing is, you're here. You're very much required. So, all these relationships that we're creating, and then we're inviting those kind of psychic attacks, is simply, you tell me, Rashi. I mean, do you see that people who are happy in their relationships suddenly, drifting apart, and and then people say, okay, somebody has done something. And how many people come to you and say that when they come for their sessions? Somebody's done something on us. Please do something about it.
Very
Yeah.
regularly. It's like, as you guys address that, it's not a part of just India or XY countries. It's a universal thing. Because in this reality, we've been taught, you know what, it's happening something from the outside world. None of us like to acknowledge that we are so, all of us, potent, like a sponge bag. We are every nanosecond, we are connected to people. And how much gets absorbed and becomes real. Like how Shivam gave the example, like as a kid, she always knew if there is an XY happening at home, I have to fall ill. So it will divert that energy. So I rather become the bearer. So many other ways in our reality we've done. We've done it for financials. We've done it for while going to the school. So many times when you have to study that exam, we think it's only we who are feeling that stress. But cumulatively, so the whole world is feeling that energy.
Yeah.
And we
So
start
how many of us try to then withdraw from putting out those pictures that we so want to show the world that, hey, you know what, I'm so happy. But then somewhere something stops you and you're like, no, if I'm going to put good pictures, it's going to bring in an evil eye or something that you don't really desire, right?
Yeah, but we never address that how much potent we are. We rather believe I rather be wrong than just acknowledging that it's okay and out creating that energy, because we feel it's rather someone else doing it. Yes, that's why when these processes all come, it accelerates the whole process. But underlying to all of this is, are we ready to have us?
Yeah.
And and it's like black magic or anything. It's not like, oh, people are not trying it. It's just like, because people try to say, oh, like, no, this is just in your head, this is your imagination. No, you may have an awareness, but that doesn't mean that is all. You also have an awareness. Consciousness is such an amazing tool and space to deal with all of these energies, and that's what like a 3-day body class does. It allows your body to constantly be at that vibration and have more consciousness. So just by being conscious, your body can not be at the effect of all of these things.
In fact, morning I was talking to a student in Rajkot. So she'd done her foundation and everything, she did it for the second time. The first time, and she was still a very mild, very shy lady, and would not be able to even put her point across, and she wouldn't even be able to talk. After she did the body class, 3 days she howled in the class. 3 days she kept howling. Can't help it. Joint family. No judgment on joint family, but then she was bringing it out. And after that, there was a massive transformation in her being. And she started creating classes, she started doing stuff, and I'm like, wow, I've never seen her in those 2 years that I knew she would only howl in the swaps and it was only tears. Now she laughs. And she laughs and she laughs and she's like, okay. And she's telling people that body class is even more enjoyable and fun than the foundation. I was like, no, both have a different energy, but if you've not done the foundation, you can't really come to a body class. So, and I personally feel psychic attack is for people who feel that they cannot outcreate without having power over others. So if you're doing or, have ever done or, have experienced psychic attack of any form, you need to probably, realize that you are functioning from a lack of power, where you feel that power over others is power, which is a faulty programming, because that is control. True power is what? Is the ability to choose, change, and outcreate anything and everything at ease, with ease. So what if you could outcreate?
Yes. True, and that's a good one. Like true, and like people think power just means like, अच्छा किसी ने 10 वोल्ट दिया तो मैं 15 करूंगी या 20 वोल्ट करूंगी, but that's fight, and how much our body, and it's like is fight, it's constantly dealing with that fight energy, is that kind to a body. Like true power is that energy of that space,
And when you start, it's so much like how the reality believes that you have to do everything from hard work, then I've arrived somewhere. So that whole, how much that power we make our body punish through that energy.
So we being the effect of psychic attacks, we are actually ruining our bodies. We are making us fall sick so that we can blame something outside of us and say, because of this has happened. And obviously when you're sick, your relationships start falling apart anyway. I mean, that's one part of it. It may not always fall apart, but it does, because your relationship with you, what about that? So what are relationships? Shivam, what is your perspective on relationship? What is a relationship?
That would be a 3-day class.
I know, right? But okay, just if you had to say that, and then you could, we could do an RDD.
Yeah, a relationship, it's not about like, oh, others are doing it, so I should have it. It's really about knowing what is true for you. For some people, marriage works. For some people, divorce works. For some people, live-in relationship works. For some people, but it's about having that clarity and that knowing of what is going to work for you. Because when you don't have that relaxation with what is, and what is true for you, that's when the kitch pitch happens. And and it's not like, oh, like and we then like how Raashi was saying, we always try to put it on the external thing, कि मम्मी ने शादी कराई अब तो झेलना ही पड़ेगा, या फिर this person is like that, and now he's changed. But you actually do have, and that's the beauty about Access classes. I mean, I love all healing modalities, but one thing that I found in Access classes is, yeah, that's true that you can't change the person out, but you do have tools to change the energy of what's going on, with everything in our life. And how does it, that's miraculous reality,
And so if any of you have a question related to relationship bodies and psychic attacks, feel free to ask. I mean, I just wanted to kind of bring it to your attention that you can ask a question. It's not just we talking about it, but what perspective would you like to have in your relationships, or where you are creating damage or disease in your bodies and your relationships with the attacks that you're inviting. And you really think that somebody can attack you without your permission? Like, the whole thing is that how much are you in allowance of that? How much are you inviting that? And could you use that to your advantage? So even if you're like at the bottom of, rock bottom in your life, could you change and, flip it and use it to your advantage? I mean, sometimes, no, most of the times you can, because people are like, oh, you've shed so much weight. I'm like, yeah. Okay, using it to your advantage. And how much are you not willing to look at it that, okay, you are the creator, but you thought you've chosen that route, which is probably not a comfortable route, to change that. And now there is a change. Now what if you could upgrade yourself with that? Because everywhere you're fighting darkness. What if you don't have to fight it? What is the beauty in that darkness? What if you didn't have to reject it? If somebody is like, really, is somebody doing a psychic attack, technically they are very jealous of you, or whatever the emotion is behind that, which means there's something good about you, that they want you, put you down. Could you then outcreate and make yourself more powerful? Isn't it? Rather than judging the they who, I just want to know who it is. When we do tarot and all also, people will come to you and say, I need to know, is it my mother-in-law? Is it my sister-in-law? Is it this? Is it that? What if it's not about them? Yeah. And point is, okay, it is a past life connection. Now what? And then what do you do? And even if I'm saying, okay, fine, even if it's some kind of black magic, it is magic, right? How does it matter, black or white? Stop being racist. So now how do you use that to your advantage? What would you do? I mean, Raashi or Shivam, what do people say that because somebody would have done something on you, that's why you guys are not getting married?
Oh God, yeah,
Big one.
that's
big
always
one.
been there. Yeah. It's like, किसी ने कुछ कराया है, ये जब 15 साल की थी ना, तो ये वो चाची आई थी, like, and it's like,
she must have done something, she had an evil eye. She doesn't want to see you getting married.
You've done something in some lifetime. It's like, how in this reality, say, koi dosh hai, this, do this fast or do that thing.
Yeah.
We are not saying this is right or wrong.
Yeah.
But like, we're not trying to say people who follow all that, do it or don't. Follow your knowing. Because how much the power are we giving to this reality?
Yeah.
And even if you've done something in another lifetime, which of course we don't have a memory, but what about today? Are we ready to have our power, our back?
So Shivam, how much do we blame the planetary positioning? Because yeah,
And here's
I mean,
Mercury retrograde. Yeah, Sade Sati. My God, yeah. There was a time, like I think 10th standard mein thi main, like my mom just gave me these 4-5 rings. तेरे को गुस्सा आता है? Ruby, किसी चीज के लिए, like किसी
please
चीज के लिए.
mute yourself, people. Yeah, okay, yeah, continue. Who is talking? Hello,
Priyanka. It's showing some
Priyanka
Priyanka.
Bhatt, yeah.
Priyanka. I can't see Priyanka here. Wait, Priyanka, please could you mute yourself?
Oh, Kavita, I think you can.
I think
No, I can, but I can't find a Priyanka. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
she's having a
Got
very
it.
important conversation with her
Yeah,
kid.
with her child. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
People,
but
that's not a psychic attack, please. I mean, unless all the psychics want to attack our call, that's a different thing.
yeah, but like, where do we think that we are so small? Like,
Yeah.
I love this thing of like, we are infinite beings, but do we actually believe it? Do we
No.
actually even know that that is true? If you're an infinite being, all the planets are within you, the solar system is within you, the galaxies are within you. So शनि की दशा क्यों बदलेगी तो तुम पे एक बुरा असर पड़ेगा? It's like, what if you can actually co-create with Shani? What if you can
Yeah,
actually co-create
co-create
with
with Rahu and
Rahu
co-create with
or
Ketu, all the
Ketu,
three.
and it's like, and these are also infinite beings. So it's like, what contribution? So whose lives, what lives are you buying? Like, that's keeping you like this small. And try, and that's the thing. It's like, this is like, you want to know the key to having like body issues. You are this energetic, powerful being, but we work very, 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 very hard to keep ourselves small.
Small,
Do
yeah.
you get, like, try putting pressure on your body? And that's the constant pressure we are putting always on our body with the lies that, hey, we are small, we're small, we're small. You can
And then
have a
how much
size
we
zero.
lock with that. We lock
You can have
ourselves.
you can have a size zero figure, but you as a being and your body as a being is infinite.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kavita.
Totally. So no, not sorry, but my point is what is coming up right now is a lot of times when you guys get into Access, if you haven't, have a taste of it, please, wherever you are, whichever city you are in, when you get into Access, a lot of your old people or your relationships may start falling apart. Okay, and that is not a psychic attack. People, everything you can't blame it on psychic attack or black magic and stuff. You guys are changing. Okay, and you are no longer at the same frequency when you started out with Access, right? Now people, when they're changing, you may just want to invite new people rather than grieve over the people who are going out of your life. So sometimes it's okay to let go of certain relationships which are no longer contributing, or rather I should say no longer fun, because contribution could be a kick in your backside also. So I don't know, so you could just allow yourself to be and have fun, and those people are no longer fun. What if you didn't have to hold on to them? Or even if you wish to hold on to them, you don't have to make it significant whether how they are. Stop judging. Just because you've come into a spiritual or more conscious field, what if you didn't have to judge those people who are not into consciousness or not into spirituality?
And what if you
About
are walking, talking psychic attack to those people
uh,
who judge you, limit you, control you? Like,
yeah,
it's like, उनसे पूछो यार, तो शायद वो बोलेंगे कि अरे यार ये बंदीना बहुत ही, like, but it's like, what if are you willing to be that psychic attack on people who are not conscious, who are
yeah.
destroying the planet?
What if they find you toxic because you're too conscious for them? They just want to immerse themselves into alcohol or any other thing. They can't take it. You're too good. So everything that is. I mean, what more? People, no questions today. I'm so glad, no questions. People. Yes.
The minute you said it, a question came up.
आ गया Gaurav
Yes,
Sharma.
Gaurav. You have to unmute yourself, Gaurav. You have a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to unmute, but somehow my phone just the auto rotate was on. So, anyways, So my question is actually for the past few days, like it's been a month almost.
Mhm.
I feel like that some people are robbing my energies. I mean, it literally feels like the energies from my body is going away from the right side, sometimes from my leg, sometimes from the left side, sometimes from the aura. I mean, I can feel it that energy just clearing and deleting is something different, but it's like somebody just taking it away.
Mhm.
So I'm definitely making it wrong. I know that. So my question is basically what is happening with me? I mean, I have tried using some tools like crazy statement. Who does this belong to? The energy flows from the foundation, but
Yeah.
that is different. Energy flows is different. This is something different.
Mhm.
So what is
Shivam,
this?
what would you want to say to this? Raashi, what would you say to this?
Raashi, you go.
Okay. So, truth, Gaurav, is it true that people are really taking your energy away?
I'm getting a yes when I dash truth.
Okay.
So,
So,
So
so are
okay.
you a giver? Are you a giver? And you can't stop your giving now? You have no power and they have greater power on you?
yeah. That it's sort of true.
Do you like to be an energy healer by showing your kindness to the world by doing this? One way you're saying you're not liking it, but one way you're liking it.
Uh, I actually am maybe unconsciously I'm liking it, but I'm not liking it. So the
You're
So,
voice.
liking it, but not liking it. So a part of you likes it, a part of you doesn't. So which part of you doesn't like it? Like what part of it is not fun? And is this serving you something? What's the value that you're getting in this? Are you, I mean, is it giving you a way of for not working, or are you not interacting with people? It's giving you an excuse for not doing that. What is it? What is it? It must be serving something. That's why you're continuously still giving when it's not working for you.
I got some awarenesses, but I do not want to. I mean,
You
I
know,
just
you got it. You don't need to share it. It's fine. You got some awareness.
yeah, somewhere. I mean, the bottom line is somewhere. Yeah, correct. It is serving me something.
Mm-hmm.
It is serving me something.
And could
So
you receive it with ease rather than calling it a disease or something is going on, something okay, that kind of thing, and not get anxious about the whole thing.
and
Would you
so
like to get your bars done? Did you ask yourself that? Could you get a body process done from somebody? Would that could change it? What I mean, something going on in the body, right? Did you
mm,
ask your body what's going on? What is it?
no, I
Truth.
didn't ask my body what is going on and what it would like to have.
Hmm. Good,
So
very good relationship you have. Shivam, what would you
oh,
suggest in this?
and could you just lower your
Yeah,
barriers and expand more?
yeah.
So,
yeah,
Gaurav,
Lower your barriers. Yeah.
is your body a healer?
Oh wow. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
I'm getting yes.
cool. Yeah, so that's a capacity. Only thing is, when body is a healer now, so it's kind of like, nal chalu hai, nal chale ja raha, chale ja raha, chale ja raha. Like, a tap is just flowing. So you just have to kind of also just ask your body, hey, body, do you know that we don't have to constantly heal everyone or anyone? We can just be at ease with it. Okay.
Um,
So
so
it's like, yeah,
just acknowledging it and saying it will
yeah.
help it. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then everything that doesn't allow your body to know that you don't have to heal everyone all the time,
Mm.
like that would be a good place to start. Just keep destroying and uncreating. And one thing that I was getting as you were talking was, do you have, like, if you have a park or some nature place near you, uh, just start it's like bare feet, put your, like, the chappal utar
Just walk
ke,
on the grass. Yeah.
yeah, on the mud.
Or the mud, yeah.
So it's like just start doing that like for a few minutes every day, because nature has a very beautiful way of contributing to energy flows. Like sometimes we feel like, people say like, oh, energy is depleting or energy is leaking or like just too much. So nature has a very beautiful way of creating a
Contributing.
harmony in your energy flows. Okay. So it's like for a few days, like for a week or 15 days or maybe just once, but like go like bare feet, just be on mud.
Both.
Yeah.
Both, yeah.
And be there and just receive. Because and trees and what I've seen is trees and flowers and leaves, and they have such an
Beautiful energy.
ability to educate our body of how to be. Because if you look at it, even nature is made of the same 5 elements as our body is, right? So our body is kind of part of the nature. Only thing is, through our life, we keep feeding these points of views that body kind of forgets sometimes. So nature has a beautiful way of like reminding our body to and nature has a beautiful way of showing our body how to be with different energies. Because have you ever seen a tree go like, यार आज ना like मेरा बहुत energy flow out हो गया, like leak हो रहा है,
or not even a bird, when she wakes up in the morning, I don't feel like singing today.
Yeah, like a bird.
I don't want to go to work.
Or a flower goes like, you know what, like today I'm not gonna bloom because aaj to nazar lagegi.
I'm bored. I'm so bored today.
Or today Sunday, so it's like psychic attack is gonna happen because more people are going to come to the park. So nature has a very beautiful energy.
No, and also that I'll be plucked. I don't want to blossom the way I am because somebody will pluck me. They will still show themselves. Hey,
they don't have a point of view.
I'm there.
So they have nature has a very beautiful way of educating our body of how to be on the planet with various energies, because the same trees are also going through the same energies that you are. Only thing is, we and our bodies are going in reaction and the nature is not. So allow that.
Cool.
Okay, I will use that nature thing. Yeah, it also feels light to me.
And it's fun.
It's fun. Yes. Thank you, Gaurav, for your question. Kasha, you have a question?
Yeah. So in terms of relationship, how, like when someone's evolving and expecting your partner to be in the same page or to be, to co-create a similar kind of fun and things. And they say, hey, yeah, that's fun for me. Let's do it. And suddenly they feel like, no. So how to handle this kind of a situation?
Is this a romantic partner or a business partner?
A romantic partner.
Okay, cool. And sometimes they can be the same person, but it's just very, well, with romantic partner, you want to, sorry, I'm taking this question because I do like you, maybe I just heard Kavita say, go, Shiva, go for it. But but with romantic partner, you really want to also see like, I mean, people have this whole thing of like, oh, we should be on the same page, but are you ever on the same page? So sometimes you may be going faster than what their world is. Sometimes they may be going a direction what it's basically kind of like figuring out like, have you gone dancing with someone? But a lot of it actually has to do with also being an allowance of where they are finding it difficult to catch up with you. You don't have to slow you down, but
the whole thing being that what Kasha said, Shivam, is also the fact that what is fun for them may not be fun for you. And then how do you kind of deal with that kind of a thing? And that if you kind of want them in your life, a lot of people start compromising on their truth and start aligning with what they would like to have. And in the entire process, you're left out.
Yeah, what if you actually
without zero summing ourselves?
Without zero summing you. So what if you actually just took part in what they would like to do as something just to enjoy? Like you don't have to make it your reality unless it's drugs or alcohol or something like that. But like those are very rare situations where people are like, nahi, like my partner is doing that, but I don't want to do that. that's also a good point to ask in a relationship. Do I want to be in a relationship with somebody who's, it's like, is that working for me? But most of the times it's going to be, it's just something that if you just let go of your barrier of like, just do it for just enjoying their presence, enjoying their company,
So
like
no,
how many
to,
of you
to
have
add to
actually,
this,
yeah.
no, to add to this, my husband doesn't like dancing. And I love dancing. So, I mean, in my earlier expectation used to be he should dance. So he would just move, shake a leg, and I'll be very happy with that only. Like, oh, he came on to the dance floor. That's a big thing, And now it's like, okay, I'm dancing. You sit and watch if you don't want to dance. So it's easier now rather than me expecting him to come and dance.
And what if you made your what if you actually changed the way what if you actually made your relationship about enjoying each other's choices, even though they don't match yours?
They don't match,
What if you made your relationship about enjoying the other person, their choice and their difference? Their difference.
Yeah. That's how it started, like, the person was enjoying the way the weirdo I was. And now, as things are getting closer and closer, that weirdo is making a big shit. It's becoming so scary. Kavita knows, like what my energy is. So
you know what? What if it was a trap that I'll do what you're saying now? I will have you and I'll have control over you because now you can't live without me. It's a trap. So, but what if you could not be the effect of that? Is what I'm saying. You know what? Let them feel that they own you or they control you, but nothing or nobody can ever own you or control you. Could you be that?
Exactly. And now that's where the rift is coming. The other person trying to hold or control or whatever, and I'm just choosing to be me, and that's completely unacceptable. That's maybe this point of view is me, could be, or
Are you in allowance of yourself?
I'm completely in allowance with myself.
So then if they are judging you, could you be an allowance of that as well and not judge you?
Sure.
Raashi, Shivam, what would you add to this?
Well, if somebody's trying to control you, what if you can, like, the thing is, people try to make relationship like such a tug of war. Eventually, like first it starts on the common agenda. Dude, I like hanging out with you. You like hanging out with me. Let's go. Okay. And so it's like, I would suggest like first, pot your relationship with her every day. Sometimes it's like there's a lot of, and relationship is the most judged thing on this planet, along with body, right? It's like because people are going to be like, oh, let me see how your relationship is going, and nobody is happy if you're, but they want to find flaws. So how many energetic projections, energetic judgments are you carrying in your relationship that are not yours? How many is she carrying that are not hers? How many people actually carry all of those energies from the friends? How many people's relationships are you unconsciously duplicating, which are your friends, your parents, your siblings, your co-workers? But it's like, what happens is, like, when you do this thing of like destroy and uncreate your relationship every day, it clears up that gunk, jo bahar ka jo kachra aata hai na, wo clear hona shuru ho jata hai. And you want to also like look at how can, if and I'm guessing that you have done a few classes in Access, so you're the one who's choosing change. So it's like, you don't have to slow you down. So it's brilliant that you're in allowance of you, but also just have like some space of where she may be going into energetic reaction to your choices because you may just be too fast for her. And is she trying to control you, or is she actually trying to go into, I don't have a control over my life because the guy I was in love with is changing so fast? So it's like, a lot of times people feel that they are losing control in their life when somebody around them is just going like, so it's like, what if it's just a phase? And if you didn't have any reaction to how she was processing the changes and the awareness, because the partner that you are with is going to be dynamically aware of your energetic world. No matter whether they're humanoid, human, doesn't matter. They are going to be, because, you know, that's the thing about intimate relationships. Like, you are that close. So they are constantly going to be there in your world, as if like trying to figure out, dude, like, how is he going to show up today? So what if you could relax
to add to this, Shivam, I must admit something. You know, my husband, I happened to do a foundation with me. Okay, and he changed so much now with this thing that you said. Is she aware of how fast you're changing or something? And my husband was changing too fast, and I had no control over it. And I was like, no, this can't work. I mean, and then in a couple of months, I realized I like fighting with him. Oh my God, over nothing. And I think I enjoy fighting, but when he doesn't participate, it becomes a greater fight in my world. It's like, why is he not participating? It's not fun anymore. Yeah. And he chooses not to participate. I'm like, okay, now what do I do? So the whole thing came about was I need to drop the fight within my world. And Raashi and I, like, you know, kind of discussed this, and I was like, what are you trying to prove with this? Right? I'm like, yeah, good question. What am I trying to prove? Maybe we were, you know, there came a point where I realized I was competing with him. Yeah. And I thought that I had competition. I had
competition
cleared
with your
it long
romantic
back.
partner is like a competition between, it's just not that, oh, you have just competition with siblings, but competition, like, I mean, take a look at, like, even parents, they compete for the child's love. Like, okay, mom is mean, but I'm going to be nice to you. So you have to, like, just take that, like, okay, competition exists. Okay, fine. But, you know, you can't, how much are you invested in changing the person to the way that you would like them to be, that eliminates the joy of the difference they are? What if for today, no matter how insane or whatever they are, what if for today you just enjoyed how unbelievably crazy, insane, dramatic, traumatic, different partner you have? Because that, and when you enjoy that for a day, it resonates in their world for like a month.
Can you repeat this, Shivam?
Okay, so it's like, so what if for today, no, which part?
How unbelievably dramatic, traumatic, whatever
so
they are. What if you could just be an allowance of that?
Not allowance, enjoy. Allowance is such a twisted word, and I would
it is a twisted
word,
yeah.
You know, like, work on that, like, you know, and like, because people like to say allowance, but they are not an allowance. So it's like,
totally.
You are talking about a partner who is energetically aware. What if for today you just enjoyed the person, her crazy,
and the difference they bring,
her fight, her this thing, you know, and
or his people, he's also a lot of women here,
and fight is like, you know, for people to be like, okay, like, you just have to see, you can't change the person you are with. Please don't try to facilitate the person you're with. My request, if you would like more joy, don't become their facilitator. Don't invite them to consciousness, because that is not the deal and deliver they had with you when they started on a relationship with you.
Trust me, don't do that. I am telling you after doing that, because it doesn't work. Do not do that. It can be very abusive in your world. Don't try to bring consciousness to the world when they're not asking for it.
You know, it's a relationship. They are not in a relationship with you so they can be more conscious. That's not what they chose. And honor their choice. Honor their choice. If they are choosing to not go the spaces and places that you would like to, honor it. And for a day, enjoy that person in all their various glory.
Madness,
glory,
craziness,
you know, madness, craziness, like, and you don't have to, like, this is not something that you have to do verbally even, but you enjoy, and you relax and enjoy it, and remind yourself to, like, how much more enjoyment can we have here, can I have in my relationship with her? One person asking that question just silently in a relationship can change the entire course of relationship. How much joy and enjoyment of each other can we have? Because the truth is, You are in a relationship because you are enjoying the other person.
Yeah. Unless you're not and you have a choice, then again.
You have a choice. Okay. So it's like, and relax, enjoy, relax, enjoy, relax, enjoy. They get it. They hear it so dynamically in their world. They get it. Maybe not as fast as you would. So give them a week. Like, if suppose you get energetic difference in like 1 day or 2 days, maybe they'll take a week, or take
10 days, yeah.
or 15 days or a month. They will get it. And that is the fuel that you give to your relationship that allows it to grow. Your 1 day of choice of relaxing and enjoying the person you're with.
So Yog Genie is asking, Raashi, would you like to
And
address this? Okay, sorry, Kasha, are you done with your question?
no,
You have
like
another
in this kind of a situation, how or in what space I should be, relaxing, enjoying is one thing, and how to pick up that energy, or you know how to read them more psychically. Is that a fear, or
Oh my God, how many of you are trying to use your psychic powers to read the person you are with? Do you get that they kind of can sense you and feel you all the time too? And that can be very, very annoying and claustrophobic. Do you like it? Like, if I were with you like for 5 minutes and I use my psychic powers to like take a deep dive into how Kasha is like, and what is he thinking? What is he thinking? Like, are you going to like it? They don't like it either. They are in a relationship with you maybe because you give them space.
okay,
Maybe that's the
okay,
reason they are in relationship with you.
okay,
Okay, because you give them space. So it's like, stop peeking into their world every day. They can, it's like, that's your ability, but please don't use it to traumatize the partner you're with, because that's going to drive anybody cray, because you can feel it like
and
somebody
they'll remember, they'll do that
hovering,
because
and then they will respond to that.
Yeah, we women are quite competitive that way. So you know what, we'll do that, and it
Can
won't
I
be kind
add
to you.
one line to this?
Yes,
When you
Raashi.
all start the relationship with anyone, as she said, with work or anything, that first feeling, what just made you go in that excitement, having no trophies towards it, just allow that energy to come back in your world. It's like you're exploring by the day. So automatically all your barriers will get lowered, and whatever you're trying to fix in this relationship, that energy will start dying out.
Having that basically what you're saying is having that gratitude for they showing up in your world.
Exactly. And you and automatically even they'll start believing that, how grateful they are that they created you as your partner.
Yeah.
And are you the same person who when the relationship started?
No.
So everywhere you all are trying to bring your partner to that same place where they were when you started a relationship with them, while you have changed and you are not the same person. Can you all please destroy all that control and the reaction and the tug of war with the person you are in, who you actually adore and love? Right and wrong, good and bad, hot and poor, all nine shorts, boys, poor, bats, and nails. Kasha, I'm just going to give you one tool that's there in divorceless relationships. And it's a very awesome tool. So it's like, write down 8 things that you would like to change in your relationship.
okay.
All of you guys, like, write down 8 things and just take a look at, will they choose it? And most of the times, 90% of the times, it's a yes. Unless like it's a characteristic that somebody has, like, like if a woman is getting, or if a man is getting that dude, like, my wife is going to always keep cheating on me, or the wife is getting, my husband is always going to cheat on me. That's a different thing. That's an extreme case. But 90% of the time, it's a list, but it's an awareness. When you put that down in an awareness, you start congruently having a different ask in a relationship. So has your ask in the relationship changed today?
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah. And so we're talking about reaction. So Raashi, would you like to talk about this question Yogjini has written? How you react if you feel a psychic attack or psychic energy? How to react? Is it important to react to it? And what about close family members? How to stop that need of healing them, which Shivam had addressed, when Gaurav had asked that question, your need to heal, you become a compulsive healer in the family as well. So in both cases, yeah.
Most of us do love to heal everyone in our reality is because we want to be accepted and acknowledged.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we feel that if I'll be the nice one, the kind one, then I'll get more love, I'll get more, people will look into me and they'll give me that validation. But the point is, can you first have you in this? Because till the time you guys, all of y'all are not, including all of us, are not ready to see who we are, automatically you'll be overdoing it for people. It's like fixing every area of your life because you feel like if I'm not being that, then there's no motive of being in this reality. Because in this reality, everyone make it very real that I need to have a purpose. And when we don't have something going big, we unknowingly want to heal our loved ones.
Yeah.
So if we fix that, something else will get created from there. But we forget that when I'm choosing me, that energy will be a bigger invitation to change more in my world and my family and my loved ones.
So people who are constantly sick and they don't even know that they're healing, I mean, what I get is if you're constantly healing, get to a body class so that you're more aware of your body. That is your body a healer? Are you a healer, or are you both a healer? And you're only investing in healing other people, not even realizing and not even getting paid for it.
Exactly. And body class has that potency, and the beauty of it when you're doing a 3-day class, it's not those couple of processes what you are swapping with your partner. It's the whole class energy. And with what questions come up, like every area, because we all understand this body is beyond this lifetime, how much we have locked in it. And by just running the processes, and I know people who must have done earlier body classes, we know we don't even understand the language, what's written, the words.
Yeah, half the time. It's like tongue twisting sometimes,
Yes. And even if you try to look into it, you just know your body just creates something else. Like sometimes people ask for X health issue, but some other process, you don't know what contributes.
No, but seriously, I mean, can you imagine there was this lady who said I had piles and she got a facelift. I was like, what is piles got to do with facelift? But a facelift kind of contributed to her backside.
Exactly.
I mean,
no one would have thought it linearly, right? No one would have thought that it's like, because we've been taught 1 + 1 is 2. So we always look life from that space only in our world.
Yeah.
What if we allowed how much our body is so intelligent or so smart that if we just tap into that and make that our best friend along with these processes, how much more can we receive in every area of our life?
And what if you could stop using your body as a hard drive to store and save everything? Could you just, delete certain files which are no longer working? It's like, inserting a pen drive, please. Okay, fine. I don't need these files. Empty. It's like reset. Oh my goodness.
For that we have computers in reality.
Yeah, but what is your body? What about that? Where is the reset going with that? Yeah, and Mandana is asking, what about facilitating our kids? Why? Just because you can facilitate does not mean you have to. I mean, you don't have to. It's a relationship, nevertheless. Why only a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship requires, or a husband-wife thing requires facilitation?
Or any
it doesn't. Any other relationship. Unless they're asking for it. Like if I ask Raashi, can you facilitate, or Shivam, can you contribute to this? That's a different thing.
That's a different thing. That's completely a different of a deal deliver. Yes, someone picking up the phone or coming to you for a personal facilitation. And sometimes we feel it's a family. That's the least we can do in this reality. It's been taught to us. It's a blood link that. So we feel bound that it's my, that karta, that the duty to do it. It's not your duty.
Yeah.
It was never.
It was never. And like even why relationship with work? It's again, who is working? I would suggest it's your body that is working, and if your work is not working out, Sonia, you need to work on yourself and your body, because your body will do the work, and that is where you will create the money that you're desiring in your life. It's all about bodies. At the end of the day, you have a physical body in this physical reality, and that's the most underrated thing that we kind of keep on rejecting in this reality. What if you could allow yourself to embrace it for once, and start honoring your body? Body is what? Nature. You're just embracing it, and what if you could receive from nature that you've created or you're a part of?
And every question that you have of us that you're asking, how much does your body actually have the ability to facilitate you through all?
Wow. Yeah.
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 Just-
Yeah.
And that's what like a 3-day body class does for you, is like allow your body to show up so your body can contribute to you, create with you, contribute to your relationships from a space of generation.
Even work, even money, and anything that you're asking for in this physical reality. Sumita, that will be our last question. So
No, that's not my question. This is,
okay.
thank you so much. This is SRK energy. I just want to say that. It's not a question
Hey,
at
that's
all.
a nice.
Thank you
That's
so
so cool.
much.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like
my
so much
goodness.
awareness.
We need to do more such calls. We'll call it SRK
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Thank
That's so
you.
cool. Thank you, Sumita. That was wonderful. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Yeah.
That was
So
like
we
a
would,
mic of energy last week.
yeah. So we'd like to invite you to a body class, 3-day body class in Mumbai, 9th, 10th, and 11th of March. And you
At
can
11.
come over. Raashi and Shivam are the hosts, and you can connect with me or them. Or if you don't want to do it, if you know somebody who would benefit from it, please, pass on the word around, and experience the change.
And
Yeah.
you want to just tell them the prerequisite? The
Yeah,
minimum
the
prerequisite is
prerequisite.
12 months of foundation.
Yeah, that's the only prerequisite. And for foundation, you need to do bars.
Yes. So bars could be
So-
anytime, but your foundation has to be in last 12 months.
Yeah, because see, Raashi and Shivam would be having their foundation before this body class. Please, connect with them if you're in Mumbai. If you're not,
Or if
you can
Kavita
connect.
joins
And
us, then
Kavita
three of us can co-facilitate.
Facilitate a
Oh
foundation.
wow,
Right.
SRK,
Yeah.
we can call it SRK Foundation. Oh my God.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
the king, of Bollywood.
Come for, yeah, it's like,
How does it
let's
get any
create
better
that.
than this?
yeah.
Shivam, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sumita. We're going to create something soon.
Thank you.
SRK.
SRK Foundation. Yeah.
SRK Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you will find SRK in the body class. So, imagine what are you going to receive if you come to that body class.
Yeah.
When there are CFs in a class, what I've seen, the class becomes very light. Okay, it becomes the energy. Even if you're doing it for the first time or the 10th time, doesn't matter. But when there are CFs in the class is amazing and it becomes so expansive. SRK Pallavi is a joke. I mean, Shivam, Raashi, Kavita, SRK. That is what.
That's
So, Shilpi, I know you're going to be there, so thank you so much. And it's going to be so light. It's going to be so much fun. Get your bodies to a body class and see the shift and the magic you will start creating.
And I just want to say last, it doesn't matter, as Kavita said, it's your first, last, or the 100th one. Every class is different. Every process,
Okay.
like Carrie says, how many times when you get it done, your layer of the body life starts changing.
I know someone in Europe who was like, she was in crisis with this German lady. She was in crisis with her taxes and like all of that, and all she did was like every month she attended at least one 3-day body class.
I've heard the story, yeah.
And today she's traveling all over the world, making so much money. So, it's like, yeah.
Shivam, I did not do it consciously, but guess what? It was just happening because Access was increasing their prices. So I would do it every year. And it just so happened that I would end up doing it every year. I wish I would have known earlier that, doing it a couple of months would be fine. I would do it as a way of completing my prereqs, I think. But each time I would do a body class. Oh my God. I mean, from where I started and how many countries I've now gone to and traveled, when I look back and I'm like, oh, I'm already successful in my life. I don't need to prove it to anybody what success is. So I have, how things shifted, how money started showing up, how even relationships showed up.
And speaking of it's interesting, Kavita, you said if it's your first class or second class, do you know that in August, Gary Douglas is coming for advanced body class?
Yes.
And for that,
so one of the prerequisites is that you have to do 2 3-day body class.
One of
the
one
body one of the 3-day body classes has to be in 6 months, I think.
No,
12 months, 12 months.
12 months.
1
Okay.
year.
Within
So
12
it's like,
months, yeah.
yeah. So it's like, how much can you actually contribute to your body and create with your body? So we can see you on advanced body class.
And receive from
That's
Larry and
Mumbai
meet the
too.
person, meet him in person. Yeah. That's
He's
amazing.
coming to Mumbai in August, guys.
August 17, 18, 19.
19th of August.
Yeah. And our body class is now in March. So thank you so much, people. And thank you so much, beautiful CFs, for contributing.
you.
And just in case you didn't know what CF means, it's a certified facilitator. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank
Really
you.
lovely
Thank you.
meeting
Thank
all
you
of
so
you.
much.
Thank you.